Hello everyone, it's me Christine again, and if you know any struggles of being a nail artist, it's the struggle of trying to watermarble in that goddamn cup. And because no one likes pain and suffering, I decided to give you guys some tricks. So you've seen how to cheat at watermarbling part 1 and then part 2, and if you haven't, go watch them. We have a lot of fun in them. But it's now time for a third new hole technique in how to cheat at watermarble part 3. Stamp it on your nails. Use a stamping plate. I got this one from Bundle Monster and it has 8 different Watermarble inspired images. But first you gotta learn how to stamp, so you can go watch my how not to stamp video and then not do that, and then you'll know how to stamp. I'm gonna do 2 different looks for you guys using this plate. We're gonna start off with a relatively simple one, simplynailogical. And so I started off with my favorite white polish as a base. I put the link below on where to find that, so I could have the freedom to add whatever colors I wanted. Freedom! So this is plate BMXL210 by Bundle Monster. I put the direct link down below for you so it's easier to find, and you can use my code SIMPLY for 10% off anything you order from Bundle Monster. So next you're gonna need some stamping polishes and a stamper. Since figuring out stamping, I actually learned something and decided that this big, sticky, squishy stamper is my favorite kind of stamper. Before we stamp on our nail, I'm gonna protect my skin with some Simply Peel. I put the link down below for that too. It only takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes to dry, so you can go ahead and get stamping. Now I'm gonna try something that's definitely out of my league, but I really want to try it anyways, and that's gradient stamping. So when you have 2 or more colors down on your plate, you take a credit card type thing and swipe the plate. You roll that stamper over the image and oh yeah, I did it. Must act quickly though. You have probably 5 or 10 seconds to roll the wet stamping polish from the stamper onto your nail. And now it's time to peel off Simply Peel like no big deal. Oh, how I miss saying that. If you have any random stragglers, I found it was pretty easy to just pick them off, or you could use a cleanup brush with some acetone. Let's do it again, because I am so proud of myself for not only stamping properly, but also doing a gradient stamp. Don't forget to clean your plates with the acetone in between stamping sessions. Oh hey, look what's on my other hand. It's a really boring Essie polish that I talked about in my $200 nail polish what the f video. That's right, this nail polish may or may not have been worth $200 at one point. Go watch my video and you'll understand. Okay, let's keep going because this is so much fun and I'm so good at this right now. Yes, good job, me. Let's peel it off. Yes, peel so good, yes. And now you're done, so all you gotta do is add a glossy top coat. So that was easy AF. Look, I didn't swear. 9-year-olds, are you happy now? I'm just f***ing with you. I'm still gonna swear because I am 27 years old. I am not 9. To all the children who ask me to stop swearing on my own channel, please go ask your parents to supervise you online. And also, my YouTube channel is the least of your special snowflake worries. I mean, have you seen Bestgore or RedTube? Not saying to go there, but just saying that worse things than my videos exist. Now, if you're still uncomfortable with my use of swear words and some of them are even censored, then that's totally fine because bad words are subjective. What's appropriate for me may not be appropriate for you. YouTube videos do not revolve around you and your personal comfort zone, okay? And if you're under 13, how the hell do you even have a YouTube account in order to leave comments? Legally, you're supposed to be 13 to have a YouTube account, so who's in trouble now? And there's plenty of other happy and safe nail art channels that you can go watch instead. Shout out to Cute Polish. Now here's some porn. Peel porn, that is. Yeah, you guys like seeing this for some reason. You're a bunch of freaks. Okay, now it's time to cheat yet again at watermarbling, but this time with a different stamping plate pattern. You're gonna need a silicone nail art mat. I'm using the Miracle mat. I put the link below, but Bundle Monster also sells one called the Lotus mat, so you can check that out as well if you want. But ooh, what's on my other hand? It's so delicate and feminine. What's going on? Today I'm sporting a combo of a beautiful pastel neon turquoise aqua blue, topped with iridescent unicorn dandruffs. Look at that beautiful shiftiness. I put the links for these polishes in this perfect pairing down in the video description box below. Okay, back to what we were doing. So now I'm going to use a black Bundle Monster stamping polish, and I'm going to use the same squishy stamper because I love it so much. It's so sticky and squishy and satisfying. And I'm going to use the heart-looking Watermarble because Valentine's Day is coming up and I need to buy Ben a present. Roll your stamper over that water marble. And then you're gonna roll your stamper on the mat over top of a quick dry top coat that you applied earlier, but I just didn't mention because I was talking about something else. And do it again, and again, and again, and again, because you have 5 nails. Or maybe you should do it 10 times because you probably have 10 nails that you paint. So what I'm gonna do now is called reverse stamping or advanced stamping. And I'm gonna use a tiny dotting tool I got from Bundle Monster to fill in the spaces of my stamp. Throw whatever colors of nail polish you want to use on your mat. I'm putting mine in the create and contain circles. Hey, has anyone tried that water marble trick in the circles yet? And then you just take your tiny dotting tool and start filling in the shapes as you wish. I'm going with a red and pink color scheme here because that's Valentine's-ish. I ended up skipping adding the pink on the decal on the mat though because it ended up being kind of redundant. You'll see why soon. Before peeling it up, I have seen people put another quick dry top coat down and then peel it up, but I was kind of curious to see if it would just come up without doing that extra step, and it did. It came up fine. But just out of curiosity, I did add a quick dry top coat over top of a different decal just to see if it would peel up any different, and they peeled up the same. Naturally, this one would be a little bit thicker though, but I found that doesn't really matter. So I know you think my decals were messy, but the trick is once you turn the decal around, you see more of the black. So you colored in the lines and it should look a little better, except I'm not that good of coloring in the lines apparently. But before I put these on my nails, I want to show you a second way to do the exact same thing I just did, but without needing a mat. In case some of you out there don't have a mat, you can do it directly on the stamper. I found that it was a bit easier to take the stamper head out of the stamping thing and put it down on the mat, well on a card and then on the mat, because it'll make the silicone bubble. And this way you can still rest your hand on the table rather than painting in midair. Unlike what I did before where I left some spaces clear, you can just fill in all the spaces with exactly the colors you want to appear on your nail. I just wanted to show you a few different ways to do the exact same thing because there's so much cheating going on this channel. Unlike the DIY decals on the mat, for this one you have to add a quick dry top coat over top of the stamp or else it won't be able to pull off in one piece. I found it dried pretty quickly, maybe in 15 minutes or so, and then when it's dry you just take some tweezers and peel it off. I swear I used to be better at coloring in the lines when I was little. Now back to my actual nails. You're gonna want to paint those. I'm painting mine pink because I wanted it to be black and pink and red. And then you're going to need some tiny Russian scissors to cut up the decals, and I have 6 tiny Russian scissors thanks to my holosexuals from around the world. At first you can kind of just guesstimate how big your nail is and just at least cut the decal out into some size that makes sense to potentially put on your nail. Now I'm just testing it out for size right now. I'm not actually putting it on the nail, and so the pink polish underneath was pretty dry when I did this, but just a tiny bit tacky so it could stick and let me see what I was doing. Cut up your decal just a bit more if you need to, and then I'm gonna add a very thin coat of quick dry top coat. I realize now that adding a quick dry top coat to your nail as opposed to a fresh coat of polish is actually better for sticking on a decal, because that way the color pink won't get all smushed up as I try and maneuver this around to fit my stupid nail, because my nail's so curved it makes things so challenging. You can use a plastic tipped cuticle pusher or just use your finger to smooth down the decal on your nail, and then take your tiny Russian scissors and cut as required. And this cleanup brush dipped in acetone trick is definitely a must if the edges aren't going on smooth. You're basically melting the decal into the polish layer underneath, which is what you want to do to make it all one thing. Once you've fit and smoothed out the decal as much as possible to your nail, add a really thick coat of glossy top coat. Wow, beautiful. Guys, look at that. It's love staring into your eyes. I honestly thought I would never get this far with stamping because I struggled so much when I first tried it, but look at this, guys. I am basically related to Sveta and Yagala, just saying. But it can't be love if there's no hollow. Yeah, I had to add a hollow top coat. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, but now we got rainbow hearts. What is love? Hollow, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Hollow, 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 hollow. Okay, I think I've inhaled enough acetone today. Please remember to subscribe to my channel because there may or may not be a part 4. Thanks so much for watching and see y'all holosexuals later. Bye!